Hey guys, Jason Lawrence, J-Law Fitness. So today, in this video, I want to talk about stabilizing the shoulders, preventing injury, and making sure that we have that stability, so that way when we're doing exercises, we can also get better gains with our exercises. And I know you guys are probably thinking, hey Jason, stop talking right now. I know exactly what you're going to say. You're going to tell me all about the rotator cuff, how we have to make sure we're strengthening the muscles for the rotator cuff so we don't have shoulder injuries. And I agree with you. I'm 100% on board with that. Like, that is, you need to make sure that you're working on the rotator cuff muscles, make sure that you're protecting those shoulders. But I want to kind of look at a different element here. I want to kind of bring up a different point and really make you think about this, and I think it's very important. So all of the rotator cuff muscles, they all attach onto your scapula or your shoulder blades. So we're talking back here. Well, let's say that you don't have good stability in your shoulder blades. Well, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter how strong those rotator cuff muscles are if you can't control what your shoulder blades are doing. Because then if you're doing exercises, you might still be, rounded out because you don't have any control of your shoulder blades, even though those rotator cuff muscles are fairly strong. So, and I know that through a lot of the exercises you do, you're going to get some of that scapular stabilization just because of the activities. But I think that because of the role that the scapula stability plays in all the upper body exercises we do, we need to be specifically addressing some of the strengthening in that scapula. So today I want to show you a couple different exercises that you can do to really work on the middle and lower traps, the rhomboids, those kind of muscles that really work to stabilize that scapula, the shoulder blades, so that way you have better stability throughout your whole back and neck, shoulders, that whole area. So the first one I'm going to show you, I'm going to be down on my stomach here. I usually like to get a mat. I mean, this is a rubber flooring, but the mat kind of makes it a little bit nicer yet, so it's a little bit easier on you. And this one kind of works middle and lower trap here. So what I want you to do, you're going to have light weights. Now, usually the heaviest I go on this is 8 or 10 pounds. You don't need a lot of weight because of the position you're going to be in. So you want to make sure you have your arms out to the side, and you're trying to really pull your shoulder blades together as you bring the weights up. So you're really squeezing those together. And I want you to think about keeping your shoulder blades tight, and you're really trying to squeeze your whole back in together. So you're kind of coming up a little bit. And then what you're going to do is you're going to try sweeping your hands back behind you and really keep squeezing that back and those shoulder blades together. And then you're coming back out to the side. And then squeeze it all the way back and back out to the side. Okay. Now I guarantee if you guys are really doing that exercise, you're really tightening up your back, you're going to feel that all the way through. I mean, these are just 5-pound weights that I have here, and just doing 3 reps, and I can really feel that working. The next one is going to be a different move, but it's going to be working the same middle and lower trap. So with this one, you still want to kind of get up in that up position a little bit. You don't want to like ratchet your head up like this though, because if you do that, you're going to end up hurting your neck. So you've got to kind of relax your neck and your head and just kind of use your lower back when you're doing this. So you're going to start here. You're still trying to pull those shoulder blades back together, and you're here, and you're going to try to push it out, and then coming back in. Now you're still trying to keep those shoulder blades together, kind of really tighten up that lower back, and the whole way out, you're trying to keep your shoulder blades tight, pulling them together, and you don't want to let them kind of get all sloppy and come out here. So you're trying to keep high and tight with those shoulder blades the whole way through. So those two really target the middle and the lower trap, and also the rhomboids. I think those are probably the 2 most effective that you can do for those muscle groups. Now this last one I'm going to show you, you can do it with a pull-up bar. For some people that are just starting out working on it, that can be a little bit challenging sometimes just because of all the body weight you have. So you can do this with like a pull-down lat bar too. Kind of, if you have one of the pulley systems like I have here, you can do it. If you're in the gym and you have one of the lat pull down like weight plate things, you can kind of set it to a light weight in there too and do that. But basically, you want to be hanging from here, and you kind of have your head almost like you're in the turtle shell, and then you're trying to really pull your shoulder blades down. Okay, so you're trying to start kind of up here, and you're really pulling down. So you're kind of getting your head out of the turtle shell. You don't want to be bending your elbows. You're trying not to flare out wide and use your lats. You're trying just to use those trap muscles. So I'll kind of show you here. I might have you swing around behind me just to get a better camera angle here. So you're about shoulder width apart here, and you're just hanging down, and you're letting your head kind of get into that turtle shell, and then you're trying just to pull up through those traps, so you're kind of just coming straight up, and then dropping back down, and straight up, and back down. Now as I'm doing this, can you see that, I'm not bending my elbows, I'm not really pulling my lats, I'm not doing any of that. I'm keeping my arms straight, and I'm just pulling through my traps and back down. But I'll tell you what, you feel that really burning up in your lower traps when you do that. So just a consideration, I think that is an important thing to be working on, is to really be strengthening the scapular region to make sure you have stability in your scapula. So that way when you're doing the rotator cuff muscle strengthening, it also helps to make that everything work better in that whole shoulder girdle, the back, prevent injury, and just give you better posture, better stability. So until next time, guys.